begin. Okay, hey and welcome to today's aerial workout. I'm so happy you made it and I hope everything is okay with the live stream. So just slightly adjusting my microphone here. And welcome to the class. And before we start, I know I'm like 1 minute early, but whatever. So thank you so much for joining today's class. And today is very different compared to Friday's class. So if you are here today in the class, then you might notice the difference if you also joined the Friday's class, because it's not as like super energetic like Friday, so it will be a bit more relaxing, but also with strengthening. And if you have any questions during the class, please always just put it in the comments. And I would really love to know from you, where are you from? Because it's amazing how many people we always meet from around the world. And well, I'm German myself, lived in Malta for 6 years and now in Portugal. So it would be amazing to get to know you a bit more, and feel free to just put in the chat where you are from. And okay, so there's one messaging already in the live stream. Why am I having trouble finding the link today? You don't have any troubles finding the link because you already found the link actually. So I'm already live and here you found the correct link. So from now on, the live streams will always be in this Facebook group, because what I found that Facebook and YouTube, they're reducing the streaming quality a lot. It seems so at least. And I can't stream with my iPhone to have a super good quality. And that means I need to connect my camera to have a wider angle, and somehow YouTube and Facebook don't like me connecting the camera to the streaming program. So I found that first of all, meeting you in Facebook every week in this group is way more fun, because it's more a feeling of a community. And also while we are doing this here and we are meeting here, I'm also recording the class with the streaming program, hopefully in a great quality, so I can upload it afterwards on YouTube. And cool, I'm already getting some comments. So hi, greetings to May and Paris, and also greetings to yes, exactly, Gina. My last name is French, and it means evolve. Yes, that's correct, and that's my artist name, and I chose it on purpose because it means to involve. So my original name I'm not using, since I used to be in the makeup artist industry, and in Germany there's a drugstore chain having the same name, and I wanted to be sure I am valued and not compared to the cheap drugstore products, since I used to work as a makeup artist with high brands. So that's why I actually chose the name. And yeah, Gina, if you like, feel free to switch over to Facebook. So the group is called, you can just go to facebook.com/groups/aerial rockstars. And in there, you can find the live stream as well. So, for now, it's fine. You can stay on YouTube or on Facebook, wherever, but from next week, it's going to be only on Facebook. And on YouTube, it's going to be a recording, most probably, if everything works well. And what I also would like to know, because we have some people here in the live stream, so thank you again for watching it live and holding yourself accountable. And what I would love to know now is, are you already advanced or are you a beginner? Because in this workout today, I put in things that everyone would be able to manage. But if I know that you are more advanced, who are already looking, if you are intermediate, I know that I don't have to give the full instructions and we can make it a bit faster. But if there are beginners, I might slow it down a bit, and those who are a bit further advanced, they can just move in their own flow and make it in their own pace. Okay, cool. So Another one. Okay, sorry, I can't always see your name in this strange streaming tool. So great, you made it to the class, and I guess we are ready to start. So we will do a warm-up first, then we will do the aerial flow, and afterwards we will do some stretching because it's super important to do a warm-up and the full flow, and afterwards a stretch to really make sure your muscles and everything is really, first of all, warmed up before you start, and then it's also going to have a nice stretch so you don't have any pains afterwards. I mean, like normal pain might be normal if you don't work out that much, but it shouldn't be taking ages or weeks to go and pass. So we want to make sure that you stay here for the stretch even at the end of the class. And I would really love to do something different today. I only did it once so far and many liked it. So in today's class, we are starting with a breathing exercise to make you really come into today's class and really forget everything else around you and be really grounded before we are starting the class. So first of all, sit down. You can either sit in a chair, sit on your mat, you can sit like me. You can also sit on your knees, whatever you like. And now just close your eyes for like a minute. And then we're going to open your hands. And then you are going to have this hand, like I'm using my right hand, and you're going to put it in something similar like this, like a rockstar pose. But we are actually going to use the other hand. So you are using the finger which you use for pointing directions and also the middle finger. And you are ending up in like this position. And this is what we need to just hold one nostril closed and then the other. So we are doing a breathing exercise before we start. So you are really into the here and now and can enjoy the class fully and also ground yourself and make you like relaxed and balanced. Okay, so for this breathing exercise, just have this position of the fingers. And if you don't manage to do this, totally fine. I mean, at least use some of your fingers to just switch, holding one nostril closed and then the other. So we are starting with the eyes closed, and then take a normal breath. So breathe in your belly. So really fill your whole belly, and your belly should go round, and then breathe out. Take another breath in your belly and breathe out. Take another breath in your belly, the last one, and breathe out. Now, the next thing, what you're going to do is hold one nostril closed. I'm starting with having the right nostril closed and the left one open. And then breathe in your left nostril. Pause for a few seconds. And then close the left nostril, open the right, and breathe out. Now breathe in the right nostril. Hold your breath and breathe out of the left nostril. Breathe in the left nostril. Hold your breath and breathe out of the right nostril. Breathe in the right nostril. Hold your breath and breathe out the left nostril. Breathe in the left nostril. Hold your breath, close both nostrils. And open the right nostril and breathe out. Now breathe in again in the right nostril. Hold your breath, close both nostrils. and breathe out. Now continue a few more times in your own pace, and don't worry if one nostril is harder to breathe in or out than the other one. Breathe in, hold, and breathe out. Breathe in, hold, and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in one nostril, hold, and breathe out of the other one. Now, one more time, breathe in, hold, and breathe out. Now just put both arms on your knees. You can also open the hands to receive some fresh energy and just relax and breathe normally. And maybe you can notice now that if one nostril was easier to breathe in than the other one, that now they're a bit more balanced and it's a bit easier with the one which was harder to breathe in or out. So what this breathing exercise actually does, first of all, it calms you. Second of all, it will balance both nostrils. So usually during the day, we breathe in for example, more in the left nostril, a few hours more through the right nostril. And what this does is we are balancing those nostrils, and at the same time we are balancing the left and the right brain, which means actually like the creative mind and the emotional mind and the more more like clean and strict mind that likes to rule and think really logic, they are both more balanced. So if you need more balance in your life and really want to calm down and really have a focus and also have some help and support, maybe if you have a cold or if you have any problems with hay fever, then this exercise is amazing. So I guess we are ready to start. Okay, cool. So I did areola before, and I would say I'm intermediate, but I'm set up in a doorway. Okay, so if you have a setup in a doorway, you might, need to adjust some poses. So for the warm up, just go behind your hammock and then put both arms in the hammock. You can even fold the hands and lean forwards with a nice straight back, and then open to one side, breathe in, and breathe out, open to the other side. Now if you do this, you should really feel a nice stretch in the side of your body, and make sure that you do this with your back nice and straight. So we don't want to have a round neck and round back, so really stay nice and straight. So breathe in, and breathe out, and breathe in, and breathe out, breathe in, and breathe out. You can also do it in your own pace, faster or slower if you like. I just want you to really follow your breath, because it will help you with the exercises. They will be more easy and you won't have any dizziness, so you can't really overwork yourself that much as if you don't use your breath with the rhythm of your flow. Now one last time to one side, and then we are going to step in front of our hammock and just sit in your hammock. And now put the arms behind the hammock, and this is like a recovery pose. You can always do this if you need a short break, but I'm sure since you're more intermediate, you don't need one. And now just start using and warming up your neck, because if we do the inversions, we want to make sure your neck is properly warmed up. So don't do any flips and tricks. if you are not properly warmed up. So just move your head from front to the back, tilt it to one and the other side. And the slower you go, the better for your body. And then start circling your head in one direction. Also try to use and follow your breath. So if you move backwards with your head, breathe in. And if you move forwards, then breathe out. So continue in your own pace in one direction. And then switch sides. Okay, so now get out of the hammock again, and we are going to open up again to both sides, and we are also going to warm up the legs a bit. And for this, lean in your hammock like this. Stay shoulder wide, and then lean from one side to the other side, and really go down with one leg. And make sure, if you do this, that the foot is really straight. So don't have the feet like this or like this, but really showing straight towards the front, so you don't injure any muscles. And lean to one side and the other side, and start slowly warming up your body more. If you don't have this space, just put the arms behind your neck. So a few more times. And even in here, breathe out if you go down, and breathe in if you go up. And just one more time to both sides. Now we are going to do a hamstring stretch to warm up even a bit more. Now if your hammock is very high, a bit higher like mine, that's also fine. Don't have the hammock here or don't have the hammock on knee level, but have it either like me or slightly below your hip. That's the perfect height. For this, step behind your hammock with the foot straight, that's staying on the ground, and put one leg in the hammock. Open up sideways. And have your foot that's in the hammock flex. And also use your breath. So breathe out if you move out, and breathe in if you move your leg in the front of you. So like. So this will really help your muscles in the core, and it will also help you to be more stable and relaxed. Okay, so now we are moving it crosswards to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now you can stay in here, lean forward, grab as high as you can, and make sure the back leg is straight and really push in the ground for a deeper stretch, and get rid of the arms. And really use your belly muscles and also your feet. Your foot pushing in the ground, and really engage the leg and look upwards and breathe. Now this exercise, like the warrior poses, I find really important because with aerial yoga, most of the time we are using more our core muscles and upper body. And this is going to make sure that we also are using and engaging our legs. So then move into warrior 2, and for this make sure the back leg is turned 90 degrees to the side. You can also point your toes of the foot that's in the hammock, And stay in one nice straight line. And look above the fingertips. And if you like, go deeper in the stretch, so don't stay here. Really push in the mat to have a deeper stretch in the hamstrings. Now, really focus on your breath. And then, if you breathe out, lean forward. Still have both arms nice and straight and look upwards. Don't forget to push in the mat for the deeper stretch and engage all muscles you need for this pose to stay nice and straight. Slowly go out of this pose. And we're going into the dancer's pose. So for this, for the warm-up, have the hammock above your ankle, then just turn the leg behind your body, jump with the foot so that you're right below the point where you install the hammock, and then hold yourself on the hammock and lean forward. If you do this, don't stay here like this or like this, but really push in the fabric to engage all muscles in your body. And don't forget to breathe. Now go out of this pose, and we are also going to warm up the other side. So one leg in, and then stay nice and straight, stay really nice and tall, with your shoulders really relaxed. Open the foot to one side for 10 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now move the leg crosswards from this direction to the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now just put the hammock again below your knee. Move forwards, really in a deep stretch. Point the toe and make sure the leg at the back is showing towards the front and is really pushing in the mat. So you should be on your tiptoes. So don't stay here on the ground with a flat foot, but really push yourself forward. Then get rid of the arms or stay in here like this and really look upwards into the ceiling or in the sky or on your hands and stay here. Make sure to push firmly into the mat to deepen the stretch and engage the legs. And we are moving to Warrior 2, so just point the foot sideways now, so just turn it in a 90-degree angle. Lean a bit more towards the front and really be in the long line with your arms and your whole body. Close your eyes for a few seconds and breathe. And slowly lean forwards while breathing out and still have both arms really nice and straight. Make sure that if you're in this pose, the arm is inwards of your knee and not like this. So it shouldn't be outwards, but it should be inwards of your knee. And then out of the pose, and we're going into the dancer's pose. So if you're in this pose, really make sure to not stay here like this, but really push in the fabric while also pulling yourself towards the front. engage the core muscles as well. And don't go out like this, but really have the knees still inwards. Now slowly release the pose. And just checking the comments very quickly. Okay, everything is fine. So just one more thing left to warm up the arms a bit more. And for this, just step behind your hammock, kneeling towards the end of the mat, and then just grab the fabric shoulder wide apart. Then you're going to lean forward with a straight back, and then step forward, and really make sure to engage the leg that's going to stay on the ground, the one that's in front of you. Make sure the knee is above the ankle, and it shouldn't be too much towards the front, also not towards the back, because we really want to make sure to protect the ankles. And then just lift off the back foot and really stay here for a few seconds. Engage the whole body. Really push in the material of the fabric and engage especially the foot on the ground, but also have the back foot pointing nice and straight. Now get out of this and switch sides. You don't have to lift your leg very high up, just make it nice and straight. And breathe. Now get out of the pose, and we are going into the starfish pose to have a hip opener. So for this, jump in the hammock, then grab the fabric behind you. Make sure the neck is covered with the fabric. Lean backwards, step into the hammock, then have both feet facing each other like this if you're in the hammock. And make sure to really push out the knees and put the soles of your feet together. Then pull yourself up while holding on the material above your head on both sides. And really use your core muscles to pull yourself up, and we're in this pose. And then just bring both arms forward. So if you're in here, you can also lean forward a bit. But if you have any back problems, just stay in this pose with really nice and straight back and really relaxed shoulders. Stay in here a few more seconds to really have a nice gentle hip opener, and it's also really helpful for period pain to release it a bit, or any other light back pain. And if you have a bit more trained body muscles, you can also lean forward like this. But make sure the back is still nice and straight and it's not rounded. Then get out of this pose, just lean back in the hammock. And we are going to get out of the hammock now. And the next thing we are going to do is, well, you probably know it anyway, we are going to go in the frog pose or the monkey pose. So for this, make sure to have the material slightly above your bum. Then open the legs to straddle back. And just enjoy the swing for a few seconds. And go in the monkey pose. So just put the feet around your hammock. And now you can choose whether you just want to swing, or maybe you want to just walk a bit more towards the front with your hands, and then go backwards and enjoy a nice stretch of your back. If you're in this pose, really feel how the spine is without any weight on it. And also feel how the fluid in your spine is moving. You can also just put both arms behind you. And now climb up, so really grab the fabric above your feet, push through with your legs, and then climb up. And you are in the goddess pose. And now from here, you can either also make a split if you like, but just what I want you to do now is hold on one side of the fabric, then lean forwards, hold yourself still on the material above you, and really hook the knee around the material. And if you are in here, you can slowly open up and release of the material. And you are in like an inverted pigeon. Then open those legs slowly. Then put one leg again around the hammock. So it's like a one-legged monkey and the other leg is free. And with the free leg, have it nice and straight behind you. And then grab the leg. Grab especially the foot with both arms. And feel the stretch. Now if you push into your hand with the foot, you have to engage the body and the leg a bit more. When you're ready to go out of this pose, just open the legs again and get out of this pose. Now we are going to go back another time. Just checking if there are any comments. Okay, no comments. That's great. So now, just lean back again. We are going to do another inversion, so we are going to do the same what we already did, but with the other side. So stay here like this, and enjoy the swing as much as you want. And if you are like upside down, it also sets up some endorphins, so the hormones that will make you feel happy. So whenever you are down, but you are healthy, you can just do any inversion you like to set up some endorphins that will make you happy. Now we are going to climb up again into the goddess pose, and then just, well, if you did a split before, do another split. And if you didn't, then we are just going to grab on both sides of the fabric and hook the material below the knee and stay in here for a few seconds. So it's a bit like an inverted pigeon. And then open up. And now you're going to hook the other leg on the hammock. Move the other leg straight behind your body. Then flex the leg and hold onto it, onto the foot with your hands. If you want a bit more of a challenge, you can also push against the hands. So the hands push against the foot pushes against the hands to engage the core muscles and the leg. Now we are going to open again and just move out of this pose. So the next thing we are going to do is something I really like anytime I want to do something for the lower back and for the hips. So we are going into the butterfly or the Buddha pose. For this, just place the side of your foot in the hammock, grab high and place the other foot on the hammock. So both soles of the feet are touching, and then just put one arm in front of you, but through the hammock, not outwards of the hammock. So move through the hammock. And push your hips against the hammock. And then also go in the hammock with the other arm and open up nicely. And you can go in this mudra if you like, the classic mudra everyone knows. Close the eyes and really push a bit against the hammock, against the fabric with your hip, so you are not hanging here like this. So really be nice and straight and tall. It's also great to open up and really work on your posture, because especially if you work a lot from home or on your computer, or if you have to lean downward a lot, it's great to really have you to adjust the posture again. Now, if you want another inversion, you can just go with me. If you don't, that's fine. Just stay in here like this a bit more. And for the inversion, hold on the fabric on the hip level and then lean forward. If you are in here, you can either just hang here, or if you want to make it a bit nicer, have both arms nice and straight behind your back. So either fold the hands to have another stretch and open up for the shoulders. Otherwise, if you don't want to go and do this, you can also use the Jupiter Mudra. So the thumb and the index finger are pointing and the other fingers are folded. This will even deepen the stretch a bit. Now enjoy the movement a bit more, or if you are ready, you can also go up. So just grab on the fabric above you and pull yourself up again. Now to get out, you can either jump out, you can also just go out slowly while placing one leg on the ground again. I enjoy jumping out much more. So the next thing we are going to do, just let me check the comments again. Okay, still everything great. That's good. So the next thing we are going to do, let me see what time it is. Okay, so we have a bit more time. So since we have a bit more time left, I would like to add something else for the more intermediate. So you will enjoy it, especially if you are intermediate. If you are a beginner, I would just suggest to follow me, but only do this if you feel safe. So we are going to do a flip again. So for this, go in the monkey pose and then climb into the goddess pose. Now, if you are here in this pose, all you need to do is put one arm in front of you and then hold the hammock above you, above your head, and also do it with the other side. Now, once you're ready, you need to just straddle and split both legs. So have both legs open and don't close them, because otherwise if you close them, you're going to slip out of the hammock. And we are going to make a flip now. So for this, if you are ready for the split, get rid of both arms, have it really wide, and you're going to stand like this. So I'm trying to make it a bit more slow. And for this, if you want to practice this, you need to go up like here, and then just open both arms and legs to both sides. So for this, I'm going to lean forward. And when I lean forward, I open my legs, and because if I do it faster, I have a lot of swing and a lot of push going with me. So if I actually do it faster, I'm going to end up in a standing position. So I'm going to do it one more time, a bit faster. So climb up, and once you're ready, you are going to be in this position. So I hope you enjoy this. At least I'm enjoying this movement a lot. If you have any questions how to do it, feel free to just put it in the comments. Otherwise, I'm just, well, you can always watch it again. I'm going to leave the live stream in here. And the more you do it, the nicer the ending will be. So usually if I do it, if I practice it a little and do it a few times, you're going to end really nicely in this position. So the more you practice, the nicer the ending of this position will look like. And now I want you to really ease out of this workout. So what we're actually going to do now is we're going to knee downwards and really just be below the point where you install the hammock. Then put the arms in, fold them together, and roll those arms again around the fabric. So you're going to end up like this, and really make sure that the wrists are covered. And then knee down and lean backwards. And really enjoy the nice hanging position. And breathe. Now the next thing we are going to do is something where you need your legs again and also your belly. So you will really need to engage the core muscles. Now for this, if you are in this position, slowly get out of it, especially make it slow because we want to protect our neck. And once you're ready, just sit under the hammock, then flex those legs, make them hip distance apart. And then if you have any back pain, just stay in this position. So it's a bit like the bridge pose. Just make sure to engage the legs and also the core. If you have any wrist problems, you don't have to stay here like this, but you can also hold on the fabric. That's also going to work if you hold on the fabric like this. Now, if you have stronger muscles and no back pain that's related due to not working out a lot, well, if you have any back pain because of any period pain, you can still go into it. But if you have any really strong back pains regularly, don't go in this with me. You might just want to stay in here or in this pose. And everyone else, you can go in the full extended fish pose. So go in this position and then straighten both legs. Then stay here and breathe. Now to go down, just slowly have your bum on the ground and have a slow and tiny recovery pose. So knee down and then move your forehead on the ground and put the arms behind you and just relax. Because especially this movement, it will use a lot of the wrists or the hands, the core muscles and the leg. Now once you're ready to go up again, slowly go upward above the vertebra and the head goes up last. Because especially this part in our neck is really fragile. Now when we are in here, you can either sit in your hammock for a nice stretch, or you can also just stand on your mat. It's up to you. So either sit down in your hammock and have the legs wide apart and open to one on the other side. But before we are going to do this, really make sure that you have the legs very much apart from each other. And make sure that the legs and the feet are still turning inwards. Now this is also something to also help you with the back muscles to really have a pure, nice and protected during the aerial workouts, and also it will help you to engage the legs more, because especially like I said at the beginning, if you are in aerial, most of the time we are more using our upper body than actually the legs. So for this, stay nice and straight, lean forward with a straight back, and then if you like, you can go towards the front and put the arms on the ground, and you should feel a stretch in the hamstrings. Now, if this isn't enough for you, you can also just go on the ground. So really put everything as much as you can on the ground while still having your feet pushing in the mat. So you can stay here like this. You can also, if you like, move a bit more inwards. It's up to you. You can also place the head on the ground if you like. And when you are ready, slowly get up. And then lean to one side of your body, or you can also sit in the hammock and do this for another nice stretch. And then lean to the other side. Now when you are done, you can go on the ground again for one more time and easing out of today's class. So wrap the fabric again around your wrists to protect and cover them. And just lean forward a bit with a nice straight back. If you want something more like a deeper stretch, especially for your belly, and you have good pure muscles, you can also just go down with your whole lower body and breathe in this pose. Relax the neck muscles and really engage your core muscles, because it's going to be easier to protect the back. And slowly get up out of this pose by using the core muscles. Now look downwards again, and then slowly go up with all your body. And now you can slowly sit down in your hammock or lie down in your hammock, because now you earned a really nice rest. Now if you have any questions pending for me, I'm happy to answer them later on. But first of all, I would really like you to now go down lying in your hammock, or else also just sit on your mat or lie down on your mat in Shavasana to really relax and ease out of today's workout and make yourself ready for the day. Or if you are like in my time zone, make yourself ready for a new week. Close your eyes and feel how your body is feeling right now. Maybe you can feel any tingling, any pains, anything that's got more loose during the workout, everything that had to get rid of any pains or tight body parts. Maybe you don't feel anything. Maybe you are like super awake now. And just focus on your breath. Let it flow naturally in and out. Really try to breathe in and out to your belly, but not only flat in the chest. You can also do deeper breaths by breathing in your belly and then into your chest, but don't use a flat breath. Try to really breathe in your belly to get more fresh air in your body. Now move your attention to the feet. How do your feet feel right now after you worked out today and either woke up your body after a nice sleep or after having a long day already if you are in Europe? Maybe your feet are tired from today, maybe they are fresh after a nice sleep to have some nice walks and maybe even more workouts. Now move the attention in your legs and really engage all muscles in your legs. Really squeeze all muscles, make them really, really tight, and then let go of all the tension. And if you like, wiggle your legs a bit, shake your legs a bit, and be still again. Now bring the attention to your hip. You might feel it's nice, stretched and open, relaxed now, because most of the time we really forget about the hip. And it's really important to take care of your hip. Then move your attention towards your upper body. Feel how your breath is flowing into your belly. Maybe also feel how your air is even flowing towards your chest. Feel how open your body is now after the workout, after the stretches for your shoulders. Have a nice posture. And then roll the shoulders up a bit. And if you're sitting, roll them back and let them fall down. Shake out your shoulders and your arms a bit. Then engage all arms, make them really stiff. They can even shake a bit already, and let go of all the tension. And then slowly move your head from one side to the other side, and let it go back in a nice and straight position. Now you will have a few, like 1 or 2 minutes only for yourself. So if you need any directions, feel free to listen to my voice, or if you want to look deeper in yourself, just shut off my voice for now and listen and turn inwards. Now if you want any guidance, just follow my voice and pay attention to your breath. If you have any stiffness, any pains, or numb feeling in your body anywhere, try to bring attention to this body part and breathe into this body part to try to release some tension. So have like 3 breaths and really try to have the breath flowing in these body parts that need some attention. Then have your attention to any noise you can hear. Maybe you hear only silence around you. Maybe you hear any cars or some birds singing. Or even if you have noisy neighbors, try to just shut them out and be here and still for another minute to really look inwards and see what's in your soul, what's in your body, what emotions come up. Maybe you want to bring the focus today or in the next week to bring more attention to your feelings and thoughts. for really being able to take more inspired action, to feel the fire in your body and in your soul, and embrace yourself truly and authentically. Now it's time to give thanks to yourself, to your body, your soul, your heart, and your mind. Give thanks to yourself for joining today's class, and maybe set a slight reminder to join next week's class again, to really take care of your whole body and mind and soul. If you like, give yourself a light hug, saying thanks to your body and yourself, to love yourself and accept yourself fully, and spread more love everywhere around you, towards the world, in the universe. Now fold your hands to Namaste. Come back slowly to the here and now. Fold the hands to Namaste and give thanks again to yourself and today's beautiful Sunday and another beautiful week lying ahead of you. When you're ready, slowly wiggle your toes and your fingers again and open your eyes. And I really want to give thanks also from my side to every one of you who joined the full class. And if you have any questions, if you have any feedback, please put it in the comments. Thank you so much for joining today and really either being awake now to enjoy the full Sunday or maybe just ease out of today's Sunday if you're in Europe like me, and make yourself ready for a new amazing week. And maybe also set an intention for the next week. What's your goal? What do you really want to achieve next week and by end of the week? So what's your intention? And if you like, put your intention, what you want to achieve or do, in the comments. I'd love to know what you are up to. And like I said, if you have any feedback, any questions, feel free to just put it in the comments. And if you want something more advanced, feel free to put it in the comments. If you like the class on a Sunday to relax and strengthen as it is, let me know as well. Really happy to hear your feedback. If there are many advanced people joining the class, I might just do another, like a second class during the week to have something more challenging and then something more relaxing and strengthening on the weekend. So again, feel free to put any feedback or questions in the chat. Okay, so just waiting if anyone wants to say something. Otherwise, well, I hope you will join me again next Sunday. So it's going to be the same like today. Well, not the same flow, obviously, not the same exercises, but we will also meet again here in this Facebook group next Sunday. If you are in my email list, you will also get any updates and also any news if there are new tutorials coming up on YouTube. You will also get a reminder to join me next Friday. And in about 3 weeks, I'm planning to host the full weekend of from Friday to and then full Saturday and Sunday. So I'm planning a full weekend of everything that has to do with aerial yoga, aerial flips and tricks, and also spiritual business. So marketing, showing up authentic, building your brand, how to do social media, engage with your people. So this is all what we're going to do in 3 weeks, and up to then, I am so happy to have you join me for another class next Sunday and the Sunday afterwards. And during the week, I might just go live, or if you want to go live and do something, I'm happy. If you want to do that, just feel free to do so. And if you have any questions and wishes, feel free to always reach out. And otherwise, thank you again for joining. Namaste and have a beautiful Sunday and a beautiful new week. Okay, so thank you so much for your feedback. Happy it makes you feel terrific and relaxed at the same time, and you're looking forward to next Sunday. Thank you. Happy to hear this and read this. So looking forward to see you again or read from you again next Sunday. So everyone enjoy your Sunday and the new week, and see you again at the latest time next Sunday. And until then, I'm going to just release a few more things in the group, like even a cool, super cool podcast episode with Margie. So with Margie Paraji, I guess pretty much everyone knows her. And also I'm going to share a really beautiful meditation with you, and some other cool stuff to really help you take inspired action, work on your spiritual practice, and also on your area skills. Thanks, Liddy. Thank you for joining today again. And yeah, so that's it for today. And wishing you a great week, and see you again latest time next Sunday.